Winter in Bulgaria can be brutal, especially up in the mountains. With freezing temperatures, snow, and bone-chilling winds, stray animals barely stand a chance out there. Philip was out getting groceries when he spotted a dog trudging down the road. The poor thing could hardly move its legs, shaking all over from the cold, with exhaustion written all over its face. The creature looked like it might collapse at any moment. He immediately called his girlfriend Vela. They'd always dreamed of building an animal shelter and had been feeding stray cats for years, but they'd never dealt with dogs before. This time, though, there wasn't even a question. This dog wouldn't make it through the night on the streets. When Philip carefully picked him up, the dog let out a painful whimper. That's when they realized things were worse than I thought. One of his back legs was clearly injured. They wrapped him in a blanket and headed home. Snow had covered everything. No cars were running, so Philip and Vela had to trek home on foot. The wind was so strong it nearly knocked them over, but they couldn't stop. Once they finally made it home, they turned on the heater right away and carefully started drying the dog with the hairdryer. But even after his fur was completely dry, he just kept shaking. Vela wrapped him in a fleece blanket and Philip sat beside him, watching as the trembling slowly subsided. They weren't sure what to do next. No vet clinics were open in this weather, so he stayed with them all night. Come morning, he woke up. The first thing he did was look for food. Vela offered him an immune booster, but he wouldn't even look her way. Then Philip offered a sausage. The dog hesitated, but he wasn't sure if he could trust them, but finally took the food gently and ate it quickly. That was their first step toward gaining his trust. Over time, he started to relax. At first, he just lay in the corner watching people. Then he began carefully moving around the house. But when it came time to go outside, he just froze at the door. You could tell he was scared. Maybe every time he'd gone outside before had ended badly for him. Philip and Vela called to him, tried to coax him out, but he just lowered his ears and pressed himself against the floor. Only a sausage could convince him. He slowly took that first step, and within a couple of days, he was coming to the door on his own, knowing that after each walk, a warm home and caring people would be waiting for him. Later, they found out that his previous owners had thrown him out on the street. They'd beaten him, starved him, and then just left him to freeze in the snow. But everything's different now. He's completely recovered and has been adopted by a kind woman. These days, he lives in safety and warmth, surrounded by care and love. Sometimes, one act of kindness is all it takes to save a life.